What's up? What's up? What's up, family? Hey, man, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, again, welcome. If you are a subscriber, you are one of the ones that keep this thing going. I appreciate your viewership as always. And if this is your first time, like I said, something must have caught your attention. Hopefully, I can keep it. This is No Cap Fragrance Reviews, where I keep it 100% of the time. I give you to you real, straight, no chaser, no cap, just like some of my testers. And so, I already know why most of y'all are here. Y'all seen maybe the quick promo about the angel share hype and all that good stuff. Just as promised, I am here to derail the hype train. No, but seriously, it has been a great ride on this angel share hype train, but this is officially where I get off. Yeah, I'm going to say it right now. This will be the last dedicated video to speaking on angel share of 2023. It is. It is. But since we're here, let's get right into it. So, if this is your first time here, and if you're not just a fragrance connoisseur, you may be wondering, what is angel share? Why is it so talked about? What is the big freaking deal? Okay. Angel share is a fragrance by a niche company called By Killian. So, what is a niche company? A niche company is a company that specifies in fragrances or perfumery, you know what I'm saying, in one particular area. Unlike designers who make clothing, who make shoes, or whatever the case is, as well as colognes and perfumery. So, also, niche fragrances normally use the oils that are very realistic, not much synthetic goes into niche fragrances. So, why is angel share itself so great? Because it is a polarizing scent that came out in 2020 that just took the fragrance community by storm, or took their breath away, as almost just happened to me. So, it is a boozy, sweet, woody, aromatic masterpiece that, I mean, it just really is that good. But the problem is with niche fragrances, angel share costs upwards of $200 to $250 for a 50 ml, which is all it comes in. So I'm going to let you know the notes on angel share so you'll know what we're duping. That's why we make the clones and the dupes, is so that the regular consumer can partake in some of these beautiful fragrances that niche companies put out. So, like I said, it is a boozy fragrance with top notes of cognac, followed by middle notes of cinnamon, tonka bean, and oak, with a base of praline, vanilla, and sandalwood. Now, these notes are blended together very, very well. Here's my decant of angel share, so to let you know that these comparisons that I did were based upon the original itself. So, what do you get when angel share first opens up? Well, you get a bit of that booziness with a tad bit of the spicy and sweet accords kind of in the background right off the bat, with a little bit of that woody oak showing itself. It's like a little mossy greenness that I always pick up as soon as I spray it on. Has a nice little kick when it first opens up, and then it quickly settles down. In the next, like, maybe 10 minutes, that sweetness start coming out, the little sweetness from the cognac, as well as that tonka bean. I mean, it just engulfs in greatness. So, what are we talking about today? We are talking about two fragrances that I feel like are at the top of the high echelon of the clones of angel share. But I would be remiss if I didn't speak on this first. One of the fragrances that was being deemed as the angel share clone before the Clone Wars took off, and that is this one right here. I would never get credit for being one of the first ones to debunk this talks of Lattafa Camera being an angel share clone. Now, I said one of the first. I'm not going to claim to be the first. But if you go look at the timestamps of my video talking about Camera, it's not angel share and why is it being hyped like it is, then you'll see that I was one of the first. Now, There have been some people who have came back recanting, talking about Angel Share, calling it a twist now, saying that it really does its own thing, saying that it's still a beautiful scent, which it is. I would never take away from this. This thing gets compliments. This thing is beast mode. This thing is beautiful for fall, winter, or date night, anytime. You just might want to tone down the sprays. But Karma is a great scent with some of the nuances from Angel Share, but it's duping a Middle Eastern fragrance that I'm not going to get into all that. I just wanted to say I got to give myself credit because others may not. Remember that, y'all. You got to tap yourself on the back sometimes. But anyway, let's get into it. So, as y'all know, one of the top fragrances I got after viewing and seeing what people talked about, all the other clones, the Kismets, the Fire Your Desires, and all of those, I didn't see much about this one. I seen like one person that talked about it, but when I looked up the notes of this one, it was the exact same as Angel Share. So I'm like, let me try it. And when I did, I was pleasantly surprised. It did everything that the Angel Share did. When I put them on my hand, when I let the Angel Share settle down and everything, it was identical if you saw my first video. And right off the bat, right out the box, spraying this on, I got at least 8 hours of longevity. Some of you are complaining, saying that you don't get that out of your Cocktail Intense and that I'm just hyping and capping, which is what I don't do. But granted, some people are going to get different performances and different take on fragrances. It can all be subjective, your skin, my skin. Hey, it be like that sometimes. So I'm not knocking you, but come on. Don't knock me like I'm just out of hyper. Ain't nobody paying me to tell you that this was the top clone. It just was. So, another thing, if you're not getting that kind of longevity, these are clone fragrances that you're paying no more than $40 for. Stop spraying them like biatches. Spray it on. When I got 8 to 10 hours, because I sprayed this bitch probably at least 10 times. Spray it on. Spray it on. Now, if you saw my short earlier today, I sprayed Cocktail Intense on. I think I gave it about 4 sprays plus my neck. And I might have put one across my jacket afterwards. And I did the same with this one right here, who is the new kid on the block that's trying to take the crown. And that is Fragrance World Enigma Deux. And this is Fragrance World's Cocktail Intense, in case I didn't say. So, Enigma Deux, as you can see, different type packaging. It's not going with the cocktail glass like Angel Share does and everything. And I believe I put a picture of Angel Share, so I'm probably sure I did. As you see, it's not matching up to that. But scent profile, I gotta say, definitely does match up to that. So I wore these, like I just told you, all day. And let's get to what you really want to know. How did each one perform? Now, off initial sprays, I must say, the way that I tell you that Angel Share opens up with a little bit of booziness, a lot of that, a little of that oak moss coming through, giving it that little, little sting. This one does that also. So, right off the bat, I'm going to say, from beginning to end, this is more of a one-to-one with that aspect to Angel Share than Cocktail Intense is. Now, Cocktail Intense is everything that Angel Share settles down to after the oak all the way through until maybe about the end when it starts to settle down. It's more of the vanilla, the base notes basically, the little woody and the vanilla and everything. That's what you get. But to me, this one right here is pretty much linear all the way through with the Angel Share DNA. There's no settling down to, just a couple of notes. And with that being said, the concentration on this one is amped up a little more than this one. Now, a lot of times, as my boy Need would say, when they amp up the concentration, it can take away from the DNA. But this DNA is so embedded and great. When they amp this up, it didn't really take away from it. It gives it a little kick, extra kick in the top. Actually, this pushes a little more than the regular Angel Share, to be honest, in the beginning. Initial sprays and all that kind of stuff. It started to tone back a little bit. I will say I feel like the projection coming off was, like I said, a little better over here, but this is no slouch. You know, it still gave a, nearly the same. This one is just a little edge, gives a little edge on the cocktail intense because, like I said, they did ramp up that concentration, which to me is why it all the way through you get that same beautiful fragrance. It is beautiful, just like the original Angel Share. So, performance wise, now I will say, after about 8 hours, now at the 6 hour mark, like I said, I could get them both. This one, I could smell a little better, but I'm still getting the cocktail intense, especially on the clothes. It was still coming off. But I didn't spray as much with either one as I normally do. Had I given the 8 to 10 sprays, I'm sure it would still last me the 8 hours it normally does. So this was today, was 6 to 7 hours. This one was still kicking a good 8 hours. I can still smell it. Very light. Well, now I'm going to say it's turned into a skin scent like just the vanilla, like I said, this one did. So it took a minute for this one just to get down to the vanilla, but that is basically all I get now. So, y'all want to know, is there a new Angel Share King? I'm not the one to sit here and act like I am just Mr. Cocktail Intense, like I'm so impartial. I keep it 100. So I'm going to say if it's longevity, if it's projection, if it's the exact DNA that makes it a better clone, then Enigma Deux is the new number one because it checks all of those boxes. If you want Angel Share's exact opening to the exact end with even a little more performance, I can't say that Enigma Deux doesn't do that. But second, at the least, is Cocktail Intense. So for the price right now, if you can still get Cocktail Intense for a great price, Enigma Deux, if you go on Fragrance Shop, you can still get this thing for like $25. Anywhere else, it's upwards of $40. This one you can get right now on Amazon for $20, and you're not missing a beat. Like I said, if you spray it on a little heavier, you're not going to offend anyone. All you're going to do is attract someone because this thing is beautiful. This thing is still date night approved because you want a little less kick in somebody's face when you are, trying to get in close proximity. This is still going to be one of my go-tos for fall and winter. Almost getting closer to winter now. But I'm going to say, if you got both of them, they did a hell of a job together. They really did. I mean, it's virtually the same fragrance, but it was great together. So there you have it. There you have it. The crowning of, I guess, a new king. And just keeping it 100, this one did somewhat outperform Cocktail Intense. Enigma Deux is a great pickup. And even though the notes I think I looked up weren't the exact same, but as you know, if you don't know, you can't always go by notes. It's all about how the perfumer puts it together. And they put it together well. And the atomizer on this one is pretty decent. Yeah, pretty good. It's better than my Enigma was. And let me show y'all the atomizer on this one, just so you can really get a comparison. I mean, it's almost pressurized. Beautiful. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, thanks for watching once again. Like I said, if this was your first time and you made it this far, welcome to the family. You may as well hit that subscribe button because you're family now. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Leave a comment, like this, share it if you know anybody who enjoys this kind of content. I want to know what y'all think. If you tried both, I know some of y'all what y'all think. And I'm going to say this. Not only do you need to spray Cocktail Intense or any fragrance clone more than what you've probably been doing, after you spray it, after you first get it, take the top off of it. Sit it on your shelf. Let it sit there for a good couple of weeks to a month. and watch what happens. It's called maceration. All right, y'all.